Hello there again. So this time I wanted to make a short screencast from Drupal 8. So what I have here is I have comments on an obituary site, which actually some of the comments that I migrated have zeros for dates. They don't have dates, and actually I have to style it all because you can see that it all looks quite crappy right now, and it looks like comments though. It should look more like of a guest book. But one thing which I wanted to do now is to show how to hide the dates if they're not present. Like if there's 0, you see it translates into the Unix date, which is 1970. So those dates in the comments that are present, they show correctly, and the ones which are not present, zeros, they show correctly. So what I need to do, I need to look into the template of this comment and override it. But just the template itself may not be enough. Which theme are we using? Let's check it out. So this is the integrity theme, and seems like the theme itself has been overwritten. I always prompt to use sub-themes rather than overriding a theme, but in this case it has been overwritten already, so I cannot do anything about it. So let's look at our templates. This is core Drupal themes integrity templates comment HTML twig. Let's find where the dates are printed. Here it is. Div class submitted, author time submitted. Here's created. So yeah, we will remove this permalink. In fact, we don't need it. We will change it a lot later on, but let's concentrate on this created value. As you can see, we can in fact even hide created from the template. Yeah, so what we can do is we can actually add a condition and in Twig those conditions are in curly brackets with percentage sign, and of course it will be created here. Now one thing that you will notice is that once I make a change here and I reload the page, well, I was hoping that it would take effect immediately, but it didn't. Well, will this work? Yeah, it doesn't work. It won't work like this. And why? Is because it's printed as a text, so it's always there. But in fact, I will add it. No, I shouldn't have deleted that. Where was it? I need to bring it back. Okay. So I have those here, this condition. So in fact, it's never empty right now because it shows the Unix initial date of 1970. But we need to make sure that in case if we don't have this date, that we don't have this Unix here. I mean Unix date, but that we have 0. So this is something which we cannot do in the template. We need to look into the theme file. And now how it works, how the processing works in Drupal templating is that before the data gets into the theme files, I mean into the Twig files, into the template files, it is being processed and it runs through a number of hooks. A hook is basically a function that if you give it correct name, it gets called all the time. So we can edit this data before it gets to this template. And in the theme file, there are many hooks, like integrity preprocess HTML, which implements the hook preprocess hook. So for the first name, I put the name of the theme for the first hook, and for the second hook, I put the thing which is being preprocessed. So inside of this hook, it's integrity, and inside the second hook, it's HTML. So this preprocesses HTML for this theme. Like HTML is the top level element. So this does the same for page. Integrity, preprocess page. This does the same. Just a second. This preprocesses node. This preprocesses block. This preprocesses menu. But we need to preprocess a comment. So what preprocess does, preprocess allows you to change the variables that the template receives. Okay? So we need to do it in the same way. Function, integrity, preprocess, comment, and it will be receiving variables. Now this ampersand or and sign basically means that it's a reference, that if I change it, the actual value in variables gets changed. That's why they all have those signs. Yeah. So, and now I want to put a equals 1 and just check if it gets called or not. A equals 1 for me is like a debug string, so I can put breakpoints here, and later I can search for a equals 1 and just delete it. Okay, let's clear the caches. Now, one thing that you may notice is that I don't clear the cache as often as I should, because I'm running Drupal 8 for this site locally in a debug mode. There is actually information about that on Drupal.org, how to do that. Because if you don't, you would have... Right now I'm running clear cache just so that this hook would get caught up by the system. But if I were not running it in a debug mode, I would have to be running cache clear every time I'm doing a change to the template, which would be crazy. So yeah, let's check it out now. Let's refresh the page. This one? No, this one. This one we don't even need now. Checking out. Yep. So our debugger stopped. This hook works, and the variables are. These are the variables of the comment. The comment gets all those variables, and what we're looking for is the created. This is the variable that it gets. It has 0 and 1, and you see that this is a markup value that it gets. So it's 01/01/1970, which is a Unix date, and so we want to get rid of that. If it's that, we need to actually delete that all that. And of course, somewhere it's a 0, and 0 is in an actual object. So where is our object? Comment object. Attributes, comment. Here's our comment object. So yeah, we will copy a path to this object. Nah, not this one. Copy path. Yeah. Yeah. And created equals, and we will get the value of created. Get value. Of, I'm hoping it's get value. It may be something else, but as far as I remember, it's get value of created. created, or it may be created get value. Let's check it out. In fact, I need to move it over here. It's been some time before I worked with Drupal 8. Yeah, so let's try it again and see if we have created filled in. Come on. Shouldn't be. Alright, let's do it again now. Nah, probably didn't find the get value. Call to undefined method get value. Right, so let's check it out. Probably it's created value or get created. Or even just like that. Let's see. I've seen that there are different ways to do that, so I really don't want to go and search for get the value. I forgot how to get the value. Undefined method created. Alright. Drupal comment and entity comment. So how do we get its value? Let's go and check it out. Core modules comment. Source entity comment. So let's see what they have. Get subject, get author, get created time. Yeah, so yeah, probably it's get created time is what we want. Get created. Why aren't PHP Storm is not prompting me this one? Usually it does. Get created time. Was it like that? Comment. It wasn't comment. Get created time. Yeah. So let's check it out now and see if we are more lucky this time. Of course, it has nothing to do with luck. Created 0. Yeah, so that's what we wanted. We now have created 0. This is the actual time. 0 gets, in fact, translated into that Unix date. So now that we have created, we can make a condition. If created is 0, or if not created, you can try it like that one. Let's go and actually try to unset variables created. So let's just try to simply go and delete that whole variable that our template gets. And this is this variable. What we're doing is we're just deleting it from the whole set of variables and see if that works. It should, but let's check it out. Okay, now here it is. It should be just empty here when we do that. So let's refresh the page. Boom. Yeah, it's gone. All those cases when it was 0, it's gone. But let's make sure that other cases, when we have it, are there. Yep. Alright. So those cases when we have date, it's there, and the cases when we don't have the date, it's not here. So this was just one little thing. I will delete my debug text. And yeah, I need to make that comment here to make sure I have good code. Implements hook Pre-process hook, something like that. Yep. So yeah, this is just one little glimpse in templating in Drupal 8, and now that I'm working on this project, I'll have some more things. One thing that you can notice is that I'm not preparing for that. Like I'm not doing that just for show. I'm doing that with all those problem solving that have in this process. So yeah, I'm signing out.